Pukekohe Park for Wednesday thoroughbred action, but we found out over the past hour, just over an hour or so ago, that it was not to be the case, and joined now by Stipendiary Steward Lauren Selva-Kamaran to chat to us about what's exactly gone on there. Afternoon to you, Lauren. Firstly, tell us what's happened.
Good afternoon to you too, thank you. So about 10 o'clock this morning, we received a call from Northern Race Day Services, who provide the starting gates for Pukekohe. They are based out of Cambridge. They were having mechanical issues with the vehicle that tows the gates. They had called a mechanic, so we had to sort of wait pending the mechanical findings. We initially considered just putting races back one, but unfortunately we were informed that the mechanical issue wasn't one that could be fixed within our time frame for the race day.
So what is the protocol in terms of the starting gates arriving at the track? What time do they usually need to be there? Because it seemed like quite late in the piece.
I mean, ideally they arrive the same time we do, which is 2 hours before first. A lot of tracks have their own gates, so that's usually a different situation there. I think, in their defence, they're just trying to do their best to get the gates there before they panicked and called us. But yeah, unfortunately, it's a specialist vehicle that tows the gates, and any alternative vehicle would have had to have been prior arranged. So yeah, that's the circumstances of this morning.
Is there a backup that is available if something like this were to happen again in future, or as you talked about, a special vehicle obviously is needed? Is there more than one in that region?
Yes, so we did consider alternative options. We considered Ellersly's gates, but they are large gates that require, again, specialist towing vehicles on the road, including pilot vehicles, which couldn't be arranged at short notice. And we also considered Avondale's gates, which we had trials at Avondale yesterday, and a couple of the gates were damaged yesterday, so they were also not a viable option. We believe we exhausted all the alternatives in the area for the time frame we were dealing with. We know the weather today wasn't great, so we would have ran out of daylight had we delayed any further. So yeah, once we'd exhausted all those alternative options, we had to proceed with an abandonment.
So what's the plan? Is there a potential to reschedule this meeting? Is that being looked at?
So that falls back onto NZTR and their consultation with NTAIN regarding scheduling. So I would just say we look out for an announcement from them later in terms of that.
Excellent, Lauren. Thank you very much for your time. Obviously not the ideal situation. Sometimes these things certainly do come up, but it was good to get a wee bit more of clarity and looking into that situation a wee bit more, because certainly people would have been wondering exactly what was going on there. Lauren, thanks very much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
That's Lauren Selva-Kamaran joining us there with the information on the abandonment of Pukekohe Park due to the starting gates vehicle not being adequate and able to get the gates to the track. So we'll keep an ear to the ground in terms of whether or not there will be a rescheduling of that meeting with regards to what happens with consultation with NZTR.